Okay, so I just want to show off a really cool interaction from a game I just played. In this replay, I'm playing Burning Abyss, and my opponent is a really good Infernoid player. So in this current game state, I have a Borrelsword dragon and a defense position Skarm, and most importantly, my opponent has Skill Drain flipped up. So I will start the replay, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shotgun Max Seed because I know he's going to special summon an Infernoid from his graveyard. So he does just that, and let's take a look at this card. This is Infernoid Seitsemis, which he can special summon by banishing 2 Infernoids, and it has 2 effects. So one is that if it attacks one of my monsters, at the end of the battle phase, it can banish 1 card on the field. So he's gonna be wanting to use that to banish my Borrelsword Dragon. Now, he's not gonna be able to do that currently because of Skill Drain, which will negate the effect. However, it has a second effect, which is a quick effect. It can tribute 1 monster, and then target 1 card in my graveyard and banish it. Now, what he banishes here is not super important, but most important is that it can tribute itself as cost in order to get itself into the graveyard. Now, once it's in the graveyard, it's no longer affected by Skill Drain, and he can resolve all of his effects. So what he's trying to do here is he's going to attack over my Skarm, and then at the end of the battle phase, he's going to activate his first effect to banish my Borrelsword, and then he's going to chain his second effect to get himself into the graveyard so that the first effect resolves successfully. So he goes into battle and he destroys Skarm, and at the end of battle phase he attempts to activate the effect. Now what I do here is that I chain Borrelsword Dragon, and Borrelsword Dragon has a quick effect that can change 1 attack position monster into defense position. The most important thing is that the opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this activation. Now, even though my effect is actually negated by by the Skill Drain on the field, the second part where the opponent can't respond still applies here. So as Chainlink 2, I use Borrelsword, and he's no longer able to chain his second effect to tribute itself. That means that the Seitsemis is going to remain on the field, and therefore is not able to resolve its effect, and we're both negated by Skill Drain still. So this way I'm able to keep my Borrelsword and not banished. He passes turn, I search a monster with my Skarm, and I search a Farfa, which I'm going to then just normal summon, and then it's going to crash into his Seitsemis, go into the graveyard, banish it, and I can attack for game with Borrelsword. So yeah, I just thought that was a really cool play on both of our ends, and hopefully you learned something new.